Part 3, active listening skills. Active listening is a crucial skill for any mentor. It involves fully concentrating, understanding and responding, and remembering what is being said. Active listening fosters trust and respect and shows that you value the mentee's perspective. From a psychological standpoint, active listening engages the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in decision-making and social interactions. This engagement helps mentors to provide thoughtful responses. Active listening also helps to build rapport and strengthens the mentor-mentee relationship. Research by Rogers and Farson established that active listening involves far more than just hearing words. It requires a genuine effort to understand the speaker's perspective. And this involves paying attention to non-verbal cues such as body language and facial expressions, which can convey additional information about the mentee's feelings and attitudes. To practice active listening, it's important to eliminate distractions, make eye contact and use verbal and non-verbal cues to show that you are truly engaged. I like to think about the Japanese symbol for listening because it helps us to really understand the difference between listening and hearing. It shows ears to hear, eyes to see, undivided attention for focus, a mind to think, heart to feel and yourself to be present. Paraphrasing and summarising what the mentee has said can also help to ensure understanding and demonstrate that you're listening attentively. In addition, research by Brownell highlights that the importance of empathic listening, which goes beyond active listening to include an emotional connection with the speaker. Empathic listening involves not only understanding the content of what is being said, but also recognising and responding to the emotions behind the words. This requires a high level of emotional intelligence and the ability to put oneself in the mentee's shoes. The concept of emotional intelligence, as mentioned briefly earlier and popularised by Daniel Goleman, is highly relevant in the context of mentoring. EI involves the ability to recognise, understand and manage our own emotions, as well as the ability to recognise, understand and influence the emotions of others. High EI enables mentors to create a supportive and understanding environment, which is essential for effective mentoring. I love this image which shows the words, "I feel fantastic." But this is an ambigram. Turn it upside down and you'll see what it's really saying. I'm falling apart. What a powerful visual representation of what we're talking about. When we really listen, we get far more truth and depth. Research by Solovey and Mayer identified 4 components of intelligence, emotional intelligence, that we need to be thinking about. Perceiving emotions, using emotions to facilitate thought, understanding emotions and managing emotions. By developing these components, mentors can enhance their active listening skills and better support their mentees. So let's think about activity 3. I encourage you, if you're watching this video with somebody else, to take turns in sharing a recent challenge you faced at work. The listener should practice active listening by maintaining eye contact, nodding and giving verbal and non-verbal affirmations, listening without taking their attention off the subject. Try that for about 3 minutes. So between you, spend about 7 minutes each listening and reflecting. If you're alone, you might want to do this exercise with a partner at another time. However, you can still reflect on your experiences of active listening right now. How did it feel to be actively listened to? What strategy did you find the most effective as a listener? And how much do you incorporate active listening into your daily interactions? If you're going to buy one book on mentoring, I think it should be Nancy Kline's book, The Promise That Changes Everything. This wonderful book delves into the transformational power of attentive listening. Kline posits that when individuals are given the space and time to think uninterrupted, they can achieve remarkable insights and solutions. This principle is a cornerstone of active listening, and it emphasises the importance of creating and thinking environments where the speaker feels truly heard and valued. Klein's methodology involves asking incisive questions that stimulate independent thinking rather than offering immediate solutions or advice. This approach can be particularly effective in mentoring and coaching, where the goal is to foster the mentee's ability to navigate challenges autonomously. A line that really stands out for the book is this: "The quality of your attention determines the quality of other people's thinking." By adopting the practices outlined in Klein's book, mentors can enhance their active listening skills, ultimately leading to a more meaningful and productive interaction.